Right now, somewhere in your kitchen or in your medicine cabinet, there is something you use almost every single day, and it may be quietly damaging your kidneys without you realizing it. What makes this truly frightening is that you probably used it today, thinking it was completely harmless. Today on Longevity Nutrition, we're talking about something that directly affects your bladder and your kidneys, the organs that work non-stop, filtering your blood every second of your life, day and night without rest. Most people believe kidney care is complicated. They assume that as long as there is no pain, no burning, no obvious symptoms, everything must be fine. But the truth is very different. Kidney damage is silent. It develops slowly, over many years, and the most dangerous threats are often hidden inside your daily routine, disguised as things that seem normal, safe, and even necessary for everyday life. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 5 common substances that may be quietly attacking your urinary system without you knowing it, and more importantly, how you can protect yourself with simple but powerful changes. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal the single most dangerous substance of all, something you may have consumed earlier today, believing it was completely safe. Stay with me, because this information could protect you from years of silent suffering. I'm a medical doctor specialized in urology, and over the years I've treated thousands of patients over the age of 60 who came to me with serious complications, recurrent bladder infections, loss of bladder control, and progressive kidney failure. What shocked me the most was this. The majority of them had absolutely no idea that the root of their problem was something as ordinary as what they were eating for breakfast or the pills they were taking every day without a second thought. That is exactly why I'm here today on Longevity Nutrition. Because the right information at the right time can literally change the direction of your health and your future. Before I reveal these 5 harmful substances, there is one critical fact you need to understand. After the age of 60, your kidneys naturally lose part of their filtering capacity. In medicine, we measure this as the glomerular filtration rate, and it declines slowly with each passing decade. Think of your kidneys like the engine of a car with many miles on it. It still works, yes, but it no longer has the same power, resilience, or margin for error it once did. Now imagine forcing that aging engine to run every day on poor quality fuel, pushing it harder and harder, without giving it proper care or protection. What do you think happens? Exactly. It wears out much faster than it should. And this is precisely what millions of people are unknowingly doing to their kidneys every single day. Let's start with the first harmful substance. And be honest with yourself, you probably have it right now in your medicine cabinet. I'm talking about anti-inflammatory painkillers, medications like ibuprofen, naproxen, and diclofenac. Millions of people take these drugs regularly, believing that because they are sold without a prescription, they must be safe. After the age of 60, that belief becomes a dangerous mistake. Yes, these medications are effective at reducing pain and inflammation, but when they are used frequently, for long periods of time, or in high doses, they can be extremely harmful to your kidneys. Here's why, explained in simple terms. Your kidneys depend on natural substances called prostaglandins. Their role is to keep the tiny blood vessels inside your kidneys open, so oxygen-rich blood can flow freely and nourish the filters. Anti-inflammatory drugs work by blocking prostaglandins to reduce pain. The problem is that they do not choose which prostaglandins to block. They also shut down the prostaglandins that protect your kidneys. When that happens, the blood vessels inside the kidneys narrow, blood flow drops, and oxygen supply decreases. It's like slowly pinching a garden hose. Water still flows, but not nearly enough. If this happens occasionally, the body may recover, but when it happens day after day, month after month, the delicate kidney filters begin to scar and permanently lose function. And here is the most dangerous part of all. You don't feel it happening. There is no pain, no warning signs, no early alarm, until the damage is already advanced. So what should you do? Never use anti-inflammatory painkillers long-term without medical guidance. If pain lasts more than a few days, pills are not the solution. Finding the underlying cause is. Always tell your doctor everything you take. Many cold remedies, sleep aids, and even topical creams contain hidden anti-inflammatories. For occasional pain, acetaminophen is generally safer for the kidneys when used correctly. You can also reduce pain naturally with physical therapy, heat or cold therapy, gentle stretching, or adapted yoga. Your quality of life matters, but protecting your kidneys matters even more. Because once kidney function is lost, it rarely comes back. Now, if you think medications are the only problem, prepare yourself, because what comes next is even more dangerous. There is a substance you consume every single day, at breakfast, at lunch, and at dinner. It is so common that you may have eaten it less than an hour ago. I'm talking about processed sugar, and its inseparable partner, refined white flour. That sweet white powder found in desserts, soft drinks, packaged juices, and also in white bread, pasta, cookies, cakes, and sugary breakfast cereals. As a urology specialist, I can tell you this clearly and without hesitation. This combination is the #1 cause of end-stage kidney failure worldwide because it leads directly to type 2 diabetes. I have seen this exact path repeated again and again until patients eventually require dialysis. Why is it so destructive? Because sugar and refined flour don't damage your kidneys in just one way. They attack from multiple directions at the same time. First, they open the direct road to diabetes. These foods flood your bloodstream with glucose. In response, your pancreas releases large amounts of insulin to bring blood sugar down. Over time, your cells become resistant, sugar stays trapped in the blood, and that is how type 2 diabetes develops. Once blood sugar remains chronically high, the damage to the kidney filters is severe. They harden, scar, and gradually lose their ability to function. This condition is known as diabetic kidney disease, and it is the fastest path to dialysis. Second, sugar raises blood pressure. High sugar intake inflames blood vessels and damages their inner lining. Even if you reduce salt, excess sugar alone can keep blood pressure elevated, continuously straining your kidneys. Third, processed sugar drives chronic inflammation throughout the body. It fuels a constant low-grade inflammatory state that damages the tiny blood vessels supplying your kidneys and bladder. Fourth, it promotes weight gain. Any sugar your body does not immediately use is converted into fat. Every extra kilogram increases the workload placed on kidneys that are already under stress. And fifth, it contributes to fatty liver disease. Excess sugar accumulates in the liver, disrupts normal metabolism, worsens insulin resistance, and indirectly accelerates kidney damage. This is why sugar and refined white flour are, without question, the most dangerous substances on this list. The good news is that this enemy is not invincible. It can be defeated with awareness and deliberate action. Start by learning sugar's disguises: high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, sucrose, rice syrup, agave nectar. Different names, but the same damage. The first and most powerful step is eliminating sugary drinks. They are liquid sugar, absorbed almost instantly into the bloodstream. Replace them with water, sparkling water with lemon, or unsweetened herbal teas. Choose whole foods whenever possible. Replace white flour with whole grains. Natural fiber slows sugar absorption and helps protect your kidneys. When your diet is built around real, minimally processed foods, sugar gradually disappears from your life, often without you feeling deprived. Your kidneys will benefit long before you notice any change. Now let's talk about something that appears harmless, something so basic that most people never give it a second thought. Chronic dehydration. After the age of 60, the natural sensation of thirst becomes weaker. Many older adults go for hours without drinking water, only taking a sip once dehydration has already begun. Some people intentionally avoid drinking water to reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom. Others simply forget. But your kidneys never stop working. They require water to filter waste efficiently. When water is limited, your kidneys are forced to perform the same job with far less fluid available. It's like trying to wash clothes using half the water. The dirt never fully rinses away. Inside your kidneys, waste products begin to accumulate. This dramatically increases the risk of kidney stones, painful crystals that form in concentrated urine. Highly concentrated urine also irritates the bladder lining. This leads to urgency, frequent urination, and recurrent bladder infections, especially in older women. Here's the cruel paradox. You drink less to avoid the bathroom, but you end up needing to go more often because your bladder becomes irritated. Dehydration also thickens the blood. This forces the kidneys to work harder, accelerating long-term damage. The solution is simple, but it requires intention. Do not wait until you feel thirsty. After 60, thirst is no longer a reliable signal. Instead, follow a hydration routine. 1 glass of water after waking up, 1 mid-morning, 1 before lunch, 1 mid-afternoon, 1 in the early evening. This provides steady hydration without overloading your bladder at night. A simple check is your urine color. It should be pale yellow, almost clear. Dark color or strong odor means you need more water. Water is not optional when it comes to kidney health. It is protection. Now let's talk about a substance that most people dramatically underestimate: sodium, or simply put, salt. Many people tell me, I hardly ever use the salt shaker. And that is exactly where the misunderstanding begins. The real danger is not the salt you add with your hand. It is the enormous amount of sodium hidden inside processed and packaged foods. More than 70% of the sodium people consume every day comes from foods like bread, processed meats, cheeses, canned soups, sauces, frozen meals, and packaged snacks. Sodium is used to preserve food and intensify flavor. It is effective, and it is largely invisible. So why is excess sodium so harmful? Your body does need a small amount of sodium to function properly. But when intake becomes too high, the balance breaks down. To dilute excess sodium, your body retains water. Blood volume increases. Pressure inside your arteries rises. This is high blood pressure, the second leading cause of chronic kidney disease worldwide, right after diabetes. Your kidney filters are made of extremely delicate blood vessels. Imagine blasting a piece of silk fabric with a fire hose. Over time, elevated blood pressure scars these tiny filters, gradually reducing kidney function. Excess sodium also irritates the bladder. It increases urgency, frequency, and the risk of bladder infections, particularly in older women. Protection begins with awareness. Read nutrition labels carefully. Look for the word sodium, even in foods that do not taste salty. General guidelines recommend staying below 2,300 milligrams per day and closer to 500 milligrams if you have high blood pressure or kidney concerns. Cooking at home gives you control. Use herbs, spices, garlic, onion, lemon, and vinegar instead of salt. And here is one simple trick. Rinse canned vegetables or beans under running water. This alone can remove up to 40% of the added sodium. Within a few weeks, your taste buds adapt. Natural flavors return. And your kidneys feel the relief. Now we arrive at the final factor, something you may do every single day without thinking, yet it has a powerful impact on both your kidneys and your bladder. Physical inactivity. Too much sitting. Too little movement. You might wonder what sitting has to do with your kidneys. The answer is everything. Your kidneys depend on strong, consistent blood flow to function properly. Think of a fast-moving river. The water stays clean because it keeps flowing. Now imagine stagnant water, sediment builds up, everything begins to decay. Your circulation works the same way. When you move, when you walk, stretch, and stay active, your heart pumps more efficiently. Fresh, oxygen-rich blood reaches the tiny filters inside your kidneys. But when you sit for hours, day after day, circulation slows. Blood becomes sluggish. This creates the perfect environment for kidney damage. Physical inactivity also worsens blood sugar control, increasing the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. It promotes weight gain, which raises blood pressure and forces your kidneys to work harder. Excess body weight also places constant pressure on the pelvic floor, weakening bladder support and increasing the risk of urinary incontinence. The goal here is not intense exercise. The goal is movement. Stand up at least once every hour, walk around your home, stretch your arms and legs, get a glass of water, add a daily walk. Even 10 minutes is enough to begin. The following week, increase it to 15. Regular movement improves circulation, helps control blood sugar, lowers blood pressure, and restores healthy blood flow to your kidneys. If mobility is limited, chair exercises still count. Arm movements, leg lifts, deep breathing, every movement matters. Each step you take is like a wave of clean water washing through your kidneys and bladder. Today we uncovered 5 hidden factors that quietly damage your kidneys and bladder over time. Painkillers you take without thinking. Sugar and refined flour that attack your body from multiple directions. Chronic dehydration that forces your kidneys to work with too little water. Hidden sodium that raises blood pressure and scars delicate kidney filters. And physical inactivity that slows circulation and opens the door to disease. None of these cause immediate pain, and that is exactly what makes them so dangerous. Kidney damage does not announce itself. It builds silently, year after year, until it reaches an advanced stage. Now, I want to ask you something important. Which of these 5 factors is most present in your daily life? Which one will you start reducing today? Write it in the comments. Your experience may help someone else take their first step toward better health. Remember this, protecting your kidneys is not just about living longer. It is about living with strength, independence, and freedom. Your kidneys work for you every second of your life, filtering your blood, removing toxins, regulating blood pressure, and protecting your bones. They never rest. Return the favor with conscious, informed choices. On Longevity Nutrition, we are committed to sharing clear, practical, medically grounded information to help you protect your health after the age of 60. Every week, we focus on prevention, urology, longevity, and quality of life. The topics people often feel uncomfortable asking about in a doctor's office, but that deeply affect daily living. In our next video, we'll talk about early warning signs of kidney problems that you should never ignore, signals your body sends long before damage becomes irreversible. If this information could help someone you care about, share this video with them. It could spare them years of silent suffering. If you found this video helpful, like it so it reaches more people who need this information. And subscribe to Longevity Nutrition to stay informed and proactive about your health. Take care of your kidneys. Take care of your bladder. Take care of your life. I'll see you in the next video.